Shit, what up, though? Shit, what up, though? What up, though? We ain't doing much, cat. We just hanging and banging. Lexi home team, what it do, though? Prosciutto. Yeah, man. I mean, I was just bored. I was just like, I want to go live and chat with the folks and not worry about too much reaction. But then I ain't gonna lie, I got stuck on a clip of one of these like balloon popping dating shows and shit like that. And part of me kind of wants to watch a little bit of it. And I just don't know where. And I was like, I might just do it today. But for right now, I'm just trying to say what's up, though. I'm just trying. I need Joey to help me make my camera not blinding white all the time. Yo, let me know. Let me know what you're trying to get. What do you mean by your camera not blinding white all the time? Stingy, what up though? Hello, hello, hello there. How are you? I'm great. I am back from. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Ghost watching. Shout out to the people not scared to say what's up. Stingy, not shit, man. I'm just back from vacay. Well, we call it vacation, but it's for my oldest son's AAU basketball tournament, which this was his last one. So I'll be saying goodbye to the AAU circuit for the foreseeable next how many ever years? Maybe 5, 6 years, I would assume. Maybe a little bit longer than that, 6 to 7 years. When Junior may want to start to get in it, then yeah, we might have to do it again, depending on how much interest he shows in it. Oh, you saying how to make you not blinding white? Okay, okay, great to see you had dental work and 9 numbing shots today, and the baby doesn't want to nap, so I'm listening today. Kathy Ann, welcome. I know how that go. Um, last time I have all my wisdom teeth, all but one, and I had one removed. And in order to shoot that motherfucker, it was on top, so they got to go, like a couple in this way, and then a couple in on the top on this way. Um, and they were actually doing that along with like a deep cleaning. Well, when they finished doing the deep cleaning, they was about to hit the extraction, and they were like, "Can you feel this?" I was like, "Yeah." So they gave me four more. So I've had eight in one shot, and it just damn for my whole fucking like the whole night to like the morning. My shit was like numb, just nonstop, just numbness right here. And then they just wiggle that some bitch out. And I was like, damn, but I hear you. Sometimes you gotta sit back and relax. So just watch. I get it. I get it. I get. Uh, what else is other people doing? The bright lights, but not like look like I'm in heaven. Okay, so you want to be sorry. Back to Cat's lighting issue. So you want to be lit, but without like I don't have nothing that'll do it because I keep my camera down. But I could. See this? Way more washed out, right? It's because I'm magnifying the light in the frame. Uh, what I like to sit about here, I think. It might be too dark. Let's go up to 1250. Boom. Okay, yeah, that's where I like to sit. That's where I like to sit. I don't know what you're talking about. Disappeared, like don't exist anymore. You talking about your your wisdom teeth? Yo, I need the fucking X Files sound. How did her wisdom teeth disappear? If that's what we're saying. So, yeah, he finished his last AAU tournament. They didn't do the greatest. It was the end of the circuit. This was our first year doing a strict circuit where we were only playing in this Puma circuit. And so literally the kids are ranked as they go in and stuff like that. And our kids, one, we lost two of our normal players over the last two tournaments. And one of them happens to be our big kid, our our, you know, 6+ kid. I want to say he was like 6'4", maybe 6'5". And yeah, he a super asset to when you have them big, like when you go up against big kid players. The rest of the team all sits around about 5'10" average, maybe 5'10" to 6 foot. And so it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. It's rough. So winning wasn't like a big necessary thing, but I will say this though. I'm super proud of my boy. Just played like when I first watched him play back in the Y League. Just kind of with no worry about getting taken out, and I think that's what's probably held some of his ability to achieve everything he could possibly in the sport is his worry about getting taken out, and so that'll keep kids worrisome to try new things that they could possibly learn and get experience in and do better. Dribbling, shooting, all the stuff, controlling the offense. But this weekend he just played just like how I remember him playing when he was a wee Ute. And so I'm just super happy for that. I'm also happy that for all the boys, because all the boys, the majority of them are all going in their senior year. My youngest, he was the assistant coach all season, so every game that he attended, every tournament, e- every game in any tournament that he attended, he was sitting over there with the other coaches on the end of the bench, make sure to high five all the kids as they come off, in on the huddles, water and stuff like that. So like I'm just super, 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 super happy. Um, so yeah, that was pretty good. I may or may not have got asked not to return to the venue the last day for the last game by one of the Next Pro Puma affiliates. But he's being very disrespectful, and I just simply told him that his mama was a whore, and then I just walked away, and then I left, and after gathering information from other people later, when he walked back to the desk, he called my mother a whore. I did. I did. She needed to be addressed, because she raised a whore of a son. So, nonetheless, I saw him on the radio, so I was like, I better leave. And when I left, I was like, he radioing in what I look like, and I'm gonna get trespassed, and won't be able to come and see my son the next day. So I ducked off into the bathroom, even though I know dude was kind of following me. I text my wife and said, "Hey man, is he outside?" Because if he wasn't, I was gonna change. I was gonna take off my hat and take off my outer shirt and just wear my wife beater, which was a totally different color, right? Just because I'm a sneaky son bitch, right? And she said, "No, he's outside, and the sheriffs are also here." Over calling him the son of a whore. You know what I mean? Like feelings. But she also texted and was like, yo, they said, if you're leaving, they're not going to escort you or nothing like that. So I was like, all right. So I came out the bathroom and I just copped a left and started walking. I saw the sheriff was walking towards me like they wanted to escort, or just usher me that way. And I just knew which way I was going. So I just took off walking. I overheard the man say, hey, man, you are not allowed to be back here the rest of the weekend. But I didn't acknowledge him because they wasn't taking down my name. And I understand how trespassing works and stuff like that. So legally, I'd be able to come back and they'd have to take down my name and make sure I've got an official trespassing noti from the sheriffs. But they did it, and so the next day I just came in and I sat at the court down from my game, and I was the only person just looking down this way the whole time, the whole game, and cheering for shit going on down here. Showed up at the end. Everybody couldn't believe I was in there, and It's just like it's just horror comment. They just called him a horror. I'd like to think that I'd be better reserved, but he was trying to talk slick to me and my wife, while we were just trying to protect some complaints being voiced by some other parents, and so I had to let him know. So, you know, cat. It said may or may not. Yeah, may or may not. Just so we know. Um, Casual. You don't have to throw punch nobody, Lexi. That's not necessary. Casual insults, no violence. They should be nice. And to me, I'm like, you gotta have thicker skin, right? Like you can't be this fragile to where I call you this. You looked at my age, if not older, not holding together well. I'll tell you that. If you're younger, oh, whew, gotta lay off. But nonetheless, um, yeah, man, you gotta have more, better, like a thicker skin. People be upset. Son of a whore, man. That's what I'm saying. Facts don't care about feelings. You know what I mean? No, that's legitimate lame as fuck to be all crazy over something so simple, Jeebus. That's some bullish. Bad behavior, deserves response, and didn't go ham on him. We couldn't handle name calling him or good grief. And that's the thing. The whole reason was because we were like, hey, man, this is the second game in a row you've had, and I hate to deliver this way, but you had like a somebody who more than likely needed to be in the elderly home than roughing a game, and we the 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 two teams before had to deal with it, and then we were so surprised that they got to do the same court again with this old man who was walking. I'm saying he was walking. He never skipped once, and was calling all the bad shit and was taking time out to argue with everybody, every player for every bump. And you know, if you know anything about basketball today, every kid who gets bumped looks at the ref and goes, "What's up, man?" And they talk to the ref. Now we would never do that back in our day, but they do it now. And every time this old ref would stop and draw out and talk, and we were all like, "Oh my god!" And so when the game was over, we saw the son of a whore over there, and we were like, "Yo, he's the next tail dude. Let's just go say, hey man." And it looks like you about to run him a third game in a row. The previous game, he tried to call it earlier. If you're up by 20 points before 2 minutes are left, they will call the game. You don't play the last 2 minutes, right? Um, and they were up by like 17. And dude called it and sat down, and the other kids started warming up, and then they had to get everybody off the court because old dude fucked it up. Like we were worried he was gonna have a stroke mid game. It was horrible, man. I don't know, just respectfully. And so when we went over to go to tell him, he was just being a little extra. And then we were like, he was like, go over there, I'll talk to you. So we went over patiently and waited. And then when he finally came over, as we said that, he was like, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. I'll tell the supervisor. Thank you guys. Have a good day. And I was just like, oh, so you're being a smart ass. Well, your mother's a whore. You know what I'm saying? A whore. Whore. Hoe. Streetwalker. Prostitute. Whore. I didn't say all that. I just, one time, your mom's a hoe. Boom. And I turned around and started walking. And he was like, sir, you can leave if that's going to be how you're going to be. And I just kept walking like I didn't listen to him. And so that's what it is. Yeah, man, it was crazy. I was so mad. Yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy. Sports, you know what I mean? Whore. Your mother's a whore. So that was pretty much one of the highlights of the time. Other than that, that sun is crazy down in Florida. Critters are crazy. Florida critters are wild. Florida critters are wild, bro. They're just wild. They're everywhere and they're wild. And I feel like I'm gonna step on them or they're gonna get inside the crib. Critters are. Ask me, yes. I was defending. Hi, how are you? Yes, I did say it out. Did you actually say it out loud? LOL. Yes, I did. I said, I said, your mom's a hoe. You know that, right? And then that was it. But that was all I said, and that was because he was getting a little too loud with me and my wife at the same time, and so like it wasn't just me. It was just like, you know, as much as my wife drives me crazy, eh, you not gonna be sitting there and just be disrespecting her while I'm sitting chilling. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of how it is, especially at these AAU teams. You don't want this smoke, dog. I'm I'm crazy. You don't want none of that. And so yeah, that's what I said. And then like I said, sheriff escort. It was like, luckily it was like no handcuffs or nothing. Like there was no like nobody had their hand on me walking. They were just a group of them walking behind me as I strolled out the venue. That was all it was. And then the next day I just came in, kept my hat low, looked at my phone a lot, and then I was just watching the game off to the side because I figured he would be at that game because he'd be petty, obviously. So that was pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it because nothing happened. Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. Yeah, Kathy Ann, she said spouses are in the same category as siblings. I can fight and bicker with them. You can't. Esme says, you're right. Good for you for standing up for loved ones. I mean, that's what I said. When they when they get crazy. And here's my thing too is like sometimes there be dudes who just be arguing with women at these AAU games, and I just be like, that's just not in my DNA. Or dad raised me different. It's like you don't know who's mother, sister, wife you talking to, and name the name one of the two things that I know that men will kill the most for: money and women. So please, I would just not fuck with them. If you can't figure out how to enjoy the game, say what you say, ignore any women talking to you, trying to talk shit, that's just got to be ignored. For me, that's how I get it. I would never. And I actually ignore the dudes chirping and stuff like that too. I mean, just because what the fuck I look like? I'm sitting here, I'm watching, dignified, enjoying the game, clapping. Good job, y'all. Let's go, let's go. So what I look like arguing with you, let alone letting you argue with the ladies on my fucking these travel ball moms and dads and shit. We're all family. I caught some dude last tournament in Virginia talking crazy to Ron's mom, Ronnie's mom, and she a single mom. And she there with her mom, and this dude was yelling at her. I was like, hey, are we arguing with women? That's not what we do over here, dog. We don't. You stop that shit. Take that shit the fuck over there. I don't want to get involved. I'm trying to watch the game. Please. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Um, I and then I spent my whole time just swimming, watching my youngest swim, watching my oldest walk around and try to be cool with his homeboys at the pool. That was pretty tight. I ate way entirely too much. I ate entirely too much, and I should never have been, like, hey man, I'm about to eat all this shit. Yeah, that was crazy. It was just so easy to order the fried food next to the pool after you've been in the water for so long. You're just like, yeah, man, mod sticks, onion rings, fucking French fries. Yes, bring all that shit on. And then Orlando is so touristy. Ugh, 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 ugh. That is my one. That and the critters, I couldn't do. Those are the two things. Back to work for you, Cat. All right, I feel that. Happy. Thanks for hanging out with us on lunch. We did a little nice little. Little nice to hear. Yeah, man, it was pretty good. Lexi Home Team says sounds like heaven. It was pretty good, man. I enjoyed it. I think everybody else enjoyed it. Me and my youngest hung out quite a bit. So that's always good when you get a chance to make time on those for your kids, because we be in the hustle and bustle so often that, you know. And my youngest is grounded. He got grounded right before we left. He was grounded. He got ungrounded. He made the same mistake, so he got regrounded with some extra punishment on top of that. Um, and but while we were gone, we didn't like keep any restrictions. So me and him were like playing little games on our phone. We were the ones swimming together. We started the big beach ball volleyball circle in the pool. And we was at one point in time, we I ain't gonna lie, we had like maybe 15, 16, 17 people or something like that, maybe at one point in time, between like the kids on our team and then like everybody else joining in. People, do you mind if I play? Come on, man. I forgot how. Yo, life hack. You want to make some friends at the pool? Take you a beach ball. A beach ball. Take a beach ball. Watch how quick people come out of the woodwork and be like, "Yo, can I join?" Yeah, no problem. You hit it towards them, and everybody's so eager to hit it back to you. I'm telling you, that was our number one game. And then when you have the sun, the horizon, the sun going down behind the horizon, so you could barely even see your kids. You just seeing like, oh my god, I'm material. Uh, I was just like looking at him play, and I could only see the silhouette of him. You know what I mean? I couldn't see any details on his face, but I could tell by the outline that's my boy. And he's just laughing and splashing, and I was just like, and the trees have this natural backlight from the sun being way down in there. I was just like, this is one of those things like when you start to have dementia or you start to lose your mind and you can't remember shit, that you get flashbacks of shit and you're like, oh my god, I remember that. Fried foods pool time. That's all it was, man. Because it was a easy little bracelet. Hey man, put it on my room, nonstop. And then I would walk. But they had the gym there too. So like, but the only problem is I only worked like 2 days, 2 out of the 5. So I feel like, bleh, I gotta work out later today. Otherwise, I'll be shit. I might not even still. I'm still trying to kick it with Junior. Since he's so bored, he's upstairs right now, not being able to play no video games, and I know it's killing him. But hey, man, we will not make that mistake anymore. We will not. We will not. No, we will not. But in the meantime, I thought, man, let's get some movies. Yo, hold on. I'm gonna ask y'all something real quick. Do any of y'all know about Esme and Lexi? I think y'all are the only two still in here, Chad. Do either of y'all know anything about K-pop Demon Hunters? Decaying, I am having a great day. Thank you for watching my reactions. I love that you love them. I'm just curious. K-pop Demon Hunters. I wish Soulless Ginger Snapshade was here. My son and my wife watched it before we went on the trip, right? And they were like, yo, it was actually good. My wife was trying to tell me. I'm like, I was like, I know a little thing about K-pop, Uber, like Uber produced music, and visuals and everything that goes with it. And then when we were riding in the cars from like to airports, and I swear to God, they put that motherfucker on fire. Some of them songs are amazing, Jack. And so I had to give it up. It was crazy because I saw some people talking about it like on social media and shit, like in their stories, and I was like, fully admitting, I listened to that, soundtrack. It's fire. Um, Sat down and watched the movie last night. The movie's fire too. The animated movie's fire too. It's fire. I was like, damn. I was like, that's entertaining as shit. That is so entertaining. What a great story arc. You know, the animation was great. The true to K-pop fucking everything was great. The fandom, the I was like, wow. I'm so interested to see what Shay's got to say about it. Yeah, ask me. He says my little sister watched it, but I haven't. I heard it's good though. Yo, fire. I'm not gonna. Uh, for animated children movies that gotta be able to hold attention of people, and from what I know from K-pop, from reacting and stuff like that, that was enough to get me in to the girls who sing these songs. Fire. The beat production is amazing on all the songs, as far as like sitting in that poppy boy band girl band, but at a K-pop level. I was thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly impressed. I couldn't believe it. And then the movie, I watched it. I was like, this is pretty good. It's not bad, bro. It is not bad, not bad at all. But I'm more interested seeing what my boy Ran is about to put out tomorrow. The problem is I have to work and then I have to rush home, and the very first thing I have to do is kick everybody to the curb. I can't talk. I can't talk. I have to record, and then get to see this fucking next installment. Boy, I'm gonna be flipping out. Same, she says. I had to look up who they actually were because they were amazing singers. Yeah, there was like at the end or whatever, it was showing like a little montage of the girls who were the singers, but like even the dudes. So they had a 5 dude group. I assume were the bad guys, and then the 3 girl group, which were the good guys, and um, oh my god, like everybody, the manager was cracking me up. The eyes were just cracking me up left and right, because the animation is so like it's so true, true to form. It was really really well done. I mean, and that's because regular fucking Hollywood be having me down and out, and I can't get a chance to sit down with my wife and watch The Sinners. I'm about to just be like, I'm watching it myself. I'm gonna watch it myself. But I think she wants to see that, so I'm trying to wait, so I don't have to be like, oh damn. But I might watch that and be like, bleh, bleh. I might watch that and be like, bleh. Who knows? Harold said, just wanted to say hello and God bless. Thank you. Of course, can't wait for tomorrow either. Yeah, got to get to work because I'm so happy you're back and a great time with your family. Thank you, Esme. I appreciate you. Always good to see you hanging out in the Chizat. Um, fellow clicky. I have a special spot in my heart for the clickies. Yeah, man. That's what I wanted to do. A little lunch break. That's it. I just wanted to swoop in, lunch break. I was gonna react to that balloon dating shit, but we just got to rambling and talking and catching up. And then this way on Friday night I won't ramble and shit like that. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow opening up the members post early in the morning so people can put in their requests for Friday night. Friday night, we about to kick it. It's been so long. I can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. The hard part's going to be picking a song to come out to. Oh my God. Um, Bent77 says, have a great day. Lexi. Lexi. So, Vitalism, a dude at work gave me a single to listen to, and it's just instrumental music. I might have found like a new like fun area that I like to hang out in. Oh my god. And somber, that could be easily be one to come out to. It's just not as upbeat and as party as I'd like, you know? Like when we're about to go live, I can't put on Avoidance, even though it's a phenomenal song. Or if I do put on Avoidance has got to be first, and then I gotta follow it with something up tempo. Trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations. All right, Harold, have a great afternoon, man. Peace. Yeah, Somber was. Why do I always see you again? You never was mine on the taking. That shit hit hard all weekend. And then my clips, oh my god, Cocaine Rap to the fullest. Oh, let God sort them out. On repeat the whole weekend, with a little bit of Token in there to kind of switch it up with some speed rapping, and then my singles, and then like the Avoidance, the Somber, whatever his name is, I don't know, the Drake's new shit. So yeah, that was me for this weekend, man. Had a great time. Got to get back on this. Got to dial the diet back in, and got to get my exercise regimen tailored in again. We're gonna lock in for about a month and a half. We can lock in for that's a 6 week pull. We lock in for about 6 week pull. We're gonna be right where we need to be when it's time to go travel again, and I can break all the rules again. Ta-da! So in the meantime, tuna packets and soup. And a severe cut down in the amount of cookies and sweets. I don't want to. Anyways, okay. So if you're a member here, make sure tomorrow check out the members only post. One request, 5 minutes and under, music, lyric video, music performance video. And then we're going to put that on the random wheel. And 7 p.m. MST on Friday night, we kicking it. YouTube channel member appreciation. Y'all ready? Are you ready? I hope so. Thanks for hanging out with me on this lunch chat. Lexi Home Team, thanks for hanging out with me, catching up. It was so cool because it's like I get to catch up with you through the screen, if that makes sense. And I'm like, yo, okay, I'm back. And so yeah, it's gonna be on. Oh my god! And then I think this weekend we have Dungeons and Dragons 2. Kid in a candy store. Kid in a candy store. Kid in a candy store. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, I gotta get.